Nick forgot the fucking chili sauce. What do you have to say for yourself, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, I know it was promised in the
It was
last
promised.
episode.
We promised this to our listeners last time. We were going to do shots of chili sauce with trivia. What's the story, Nick?
To be fair though, I forgot it for the first episode as well, and you weren't nearly as hard on me.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Hard
Okay.
on.
This, Kevin, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but Project Goblin, the GobCast,
Mm-hmm.
GobCast 2, Electric Boogaloo, am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second episode. Welcome, by the way.
We have standards.
Yeah.
So making fun of something like hard on,
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous.
No, yeah.
It's absolutely lowbrow,
It's beneath us as gentlemen.
and quite frankly, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I don't like how you deflected off that chili sauce. But let's get back to the topic at hand, Nick.
To be fair though, it's called Ass Blaster, and I'm just going to touch it, okay? Okay, it is actually called Ass
Ladies and gentlemen,
Blaster.
you might hear laughter in the background that isn't me or Nick, but that's just in your head. There's no one else here.
Yeah.
There's no one else here.
So, introducing the voice inside your head, we have James Mcavoy, who's actually helping us out today.
How you doing, James?
I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely amazing.
It's incredible that your accents changed from so much acting in Hollywood.
I know. I'm working on this American project recently, and that's why the whole accent just kicks in.
I loved you in X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men's.
The
I forgot the name of the
X-Men's.
I forgot the name of the movie. Ladies and gentlemen, we actually do have a plan, and we have a structure for today outside of chili sauce and berating each other.
Yep.
What the fuck is the chili sauce about?
We were going to do a trivia thing where we would talk about the movie first,
Right.
and then we would do a trivia game where each of us had to answer 10 questions.
Oh.
And if we get them wrong, we would do a shot of this crazy
Chili game. You
Chili
showed me
sauce.
on the YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't show you because you're James Mcavoy. You just came here.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've never met before.
Yeah. How would I know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But YouTube is visible to everyone in the world. So they say.
Shout out to James Mcavoy.
Shout out to James Mcavoy, who's sitting right here. Nick has not brought chili sauce, but what he has brought is a topic of conversation for today. Last week I moaned about Transformers for 57 minutes, which is incredible. But now I have to give you a shot
Yep.
to talk about Titanic,
Yep,
Nick,
so instead
a
of
film that you love and cherish.
Instead of a shot of chili sauce, I'm going to be taking a shot at Titanic,
Ooh.
Oh my God.
the famed motion picture, which I think is just a steaming pile of horse shit. So my whole premise is, fuck you, Kevin.
Där wanted for mest miljarder war crimes. I'm trying to bring in the Scottish accent if I can.
No,
Go
no.
on. Why is it so bad?
So the theme for today is Titanic, the origin story. Because Titanic is an origin story.
It's not a fucking origin story.
It's an okay, let me tell you why it's an
Whose
origin
origin
story.
is it? Yeah.
Rose's origin. Okay,
But is Rose having a sequel?
It doesn't. It's not a sequel about her. It's a sequel. There's no sequel. It's about.
She had the
Her.
sequel within the film. She
No,
was young
it's-
and old.
It's the origin
of
story
Rose.
for how Rose became Kate Blanchett. Was that the one? Was that the young actress?
How the fuck
Kate
would she
Winslet.
become Kate Blanchett?
I don't
Winslet.
know.
Kate Winslet.
Are you trying to say anything
that's the
old
one.
is Kate Blanchett, anything young is Kate Winslet?
Well, I don't know their names. All white people named Kate look the same to me. So, again, Kate, whose surname I forget. It's when she was young.
Her name's Kate.
Okay, well, Kate.
We'll just call her Kate.
Kate.
Yeah.
All right, so Kate, it's origin story about how young Kate became old as fuck Rose. Okay, that's literally the origin story. Because they pull her in the start of the movie, and she's bitching about this piece of jewelry that I lost that for 1,000,000 years, and these jerks are trying to dig up the past literally from the bottom of the.
You mean the police?
Oh, police, I don't care. They're jerks. Anyone that goes digging around for old dead ships is a jerk.
Is a jerk, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like let it be.
I interrupted your spiteful hate, but please continue.
You should be. Well, you didn't.
I
Say
didn't apologise. I didn't even say sorry.
Preemptive. So this is the origin story about how much I hate Kevin. So it's the origin story about how young Rose became old Rose, right? And I just can't fucking stand it. It's just the worst piece of shit ever. I've literally never been able to sit through it all in one sitting. I've never tried to watch it on my own because why the fuck would I? And everyone that I've watched it with has refused to watch the whole movie with me because
Why is that?
Because you're ridiculous.
well, no, I like to put my own voices in because it's otherwise just a terrible movie. So I feel like I had a bit. So for example, when old as shit, that's what I'm going to refer to. Old as shit.
Old as shit Rose. Old
Yeah.
as shit Rose.
So old as shit Rose.
OASR.
No, I'm going to give her the full title.
Okay, I'm sorry.
When old as shit Rose is talking,
Yeah.
I like
Dustin
the
was there.
voiceover. So she's talking about, when I was a young lady and people liked me and I like the voiceover by saying, like doing the really stereotypical old person. I don't know where my kids are. Who are you?
And what you're saying
Who
is,
am I? Right.
and that tends to upset probably the female you're watching it with.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she had the daughter on the boat, though. What kids are you talking about?
The oldest shit Rose, because she's got children.
Yeah.
In when she's old.
And they were on the fucking boat, man.
She doesn't have kids.
No,
when
she's not on the boat.
Yeah,
Because
she's
she's
on the fucking boat.
Because she's young Rose. She's technically the child
And she
on the
didn't
boat.
have kids at the time.
So when
of
she
Titanic.
survived the
No-
Titanic,
Oh.
and then
at
there
the
we
start.
go.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's
But why the fuck would she worry about the kids when she's on Titanic?
the joke. Because she's old. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know who her children are.
Oh, this is crazy. This could be like X-Files shit. Like she even doesn't know.
No.
That whole story of Titanic was made up.
I don't know where the fuck we are. I don't know where we are.
James McAvoy, ladies and
What
gentlemen.
is James McAvoy? Award-winning actor James McAvoy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so old Rose.
Yeah. So
And
it's her
she's
origin
old
story.
and she doesn't know where she is, and she has children,
Yeah.
which happened after Titanic chronologically.
Yes.
But she's old,
Yeah.
and she's old.
And I'm making fun of the fact that she is old.
Yeah.
This is post-Titanic.
Yes.
And she's so old, she, again, doesn't know where she is. Doesn't know who she is.
She has dust in her vagina.
I was getting to that. But yes. What's it called? Well, you know, going from icicles to dust. That's that's.
Icicles.
Some people call it progress. I just call it just terrible. But,
Anyway, Rose is old.
Rose is old.
Rose is old.
Rose is old,
Yeah.
and I hate her.
Yeah.
I hate her when she's young.
Mhm.
And
But okay, let's do what Rose did. Let's.
oh, okay. I want to stop there. So let's do what Rose did. So let's get these jerks, because they're jerks, to fly my old ass and my daughter and my carers
Back
and my
in time.
oxygen tank to take me to the wreckage of the Titanic.
No,
in search for this fancy fucking jewelry. In search of this sapphire, because they're grave robbers. These jerks, right?
Yeah.
They're searching for this sapphire.
Yeah.
This old
You're
shit
right. That's
lady
what they wanted.
pays for, like, they pay for her to come out there, right, to help them find and get a bit more clarification, know what they're finding.
Oh yeah, the heart
And
of
then-
the ocean. That's what
And
it's
then,
called, right?
and then
Yeah,
what
yeah,
does
yeah.
this old piece of shit do right at the end? She's dropping the mic. She just pulls out the jewelry out of nowhere. These people are searching for, and just drops it in the water.
Because she's an idiot. She's a bitch.
Right.
She's a fucking bitch. I agree.
Right.
That I
James.
agree. No, that
James, please.
that pissed me off. That fucking pissed
See?
me off. Too. I
How-
agree with you.
How could that not? How could,
I agree with you. Like the whole film
they
started
just
on the
ruined the
premise.
whole movie for me. It's
Pretty
like the whole movie is about these jerks trying to find this thing, and then just Rose giving her origin story. That's another thing I don't like. It's Rose's origin story. She's old as shit. She probably didn't remember half of this stuff.
Exactly.
Who's to say she wasn't scrubbing dishes?
Who's to say she wasn't an alien? X-Files.
Could be.
Exactly. She could be an alien.
Yeah.
Shout out to Roswell. Shout out to Aliens. Area 51.
Holy sh.
We might get into that later, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
We
yeah,
might.
it's
I don't know. We can talk about Area 51.
Project
I
Gold.
want to talk about how flying saucers were reverse engineered by the U.S. government. Continue.
But I'm okay. I'm really interested in knowing, and this is what I said. Like, let's do what Rose did back in the film. Not
Shit on everybody.
not
With the old as shit.
No, not fucking drop precious things.
Drop a precious deuce.
No. Let's not drop precious deuce, right? So
Yeah.
let's do what she did, right? Travel back in time.
Mm.
The movie released back in 1996, right? Kev,
Mm-hmm.
Nicky
Yeah.
G, I'm sure you must have had a childhood regardless of however notorious and crazy you are right now, but
I'd just like to clarify, I was literally 1 year, probably 1 year old when that movie
In
was released.
'96.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
you sweet child.
Oh, shut your bitch ass mouth.
well, yeah, no, I keep forgetting you're
Yeah.
I'm way too.
I didn't
serious.
see
Just
it till
by
it
the
was-
way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 22 years old and I look like Danny DeVito that had Botox. like I'm talking like season 12 of Always
symbol.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Sex symbol.
Old as shit, the warthog Danny DeVito, but just like pulling his skin back like the alien dude in Men in Black. Just is that better?
Yeah. The guy's full of cockroaches.
Yeah, well that's if you haven't gathered, that's me. And
Sugar. I need sugar.
Well, yeah, that's where the diabetic comes into it. I'm a diabetic as well.
Yeah.
So-
Shout out to
sugar.
diabetes.
So then it's safe to assume that he didn't watch the movie in the cinemas, right?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
He's a little
Kev?
tiny baby.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I watched it in a hotel room
In a
as a
hotel
child.
room.
Yes.
Oh, as a child.
And there was nothing else on, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know about this." That's basically my reaction to it.
I don't know. I just love the film because of the sex scenes that they had
Yeah, because you're a fucking pervert, James
on the
McAvoy.
TV.
Shout out to X-Men.
Shout out to X-Men.
Because, I wouldn't get it from Jennifer Lawrence and Keira Knightley in Atonement.
That must have been very tough for you, James.
Yeah,
on
I
set.
had to pretend to have sex, but I couldn't have actual sex.
No,
Yeah.
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 They would have had to strap that thing
I mean,
down.
I came, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was strange.
I love that you're being so candid in this interview,
Yeah.
James.
Shout out to Audi.
Yeah, we started beef with you guys.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
waiting for the clap back.
Fuck y'all. Mountain Dew.
Yeah. About that Mountain Dew life. Anyway, I'm sorry. Rose is old,
Yeah, Rose is old.
and
I
you hate her.
Yeah.
Continue.
What's it called? What's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio.
DiCaprio, yeah.
I don't like him either.
Oh.
Oh, that's a big claim. Only in the film or just in general?
I think he's alright, but
Mm.
just that movie, every time I think of how do you think of Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio, and I just keep going back to fucking Titanic, and I'm just like, that's...
You should be going in Django.
Oh, dang, boy. That's
Regardless of
nasty.
all the good stuff he's done recently, he was part of Titanic, so I
Yeah,
fucking hate him. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Just like, why I was really upset. What's the name? The dude that played young Rose's husband?
Oh, Billy Zane.
Billy Zane. I like Billy Zane, and for not the reason why normal people like Billy Zane. I like him because he was good.
In Zoolander.
No.
Why do normal people like Billy Zane?
I don't know. Ask him.
Because he's got a cool name.
Probably.
Hey, I'm Billy Zane. Ooh, this is my surfboard.
I'm a real life Kate Yeager.
Oh, Kate, don't fucking get me started on Kate fucking Yeager.
No, but the reason why I love Billy Zane is because he was the Phantom.
What?
Oh,
The movie The Phantom.
Phantom.
One of my
Yeah,
all-time
yeah,
absolute favorite comic books.
Mm.
He's the Phantom.
He
Yeah.
is the Phantom.
Yeah.
Or
I
was
feel like,
the Phantom.
well, he should still be the Phantom.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the Phantom.
Shout out to Roswell conspiracy theories.
Oh, yo, we're getting into Area 51 later on, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Billy Zane.
Yeah, like as much as I love the Phantom, he's literally the only redeeming person in that entire movie.
Sure.
It should not be called Titanic. It should be called Billy Zane fucks young piece of shit Rose and then jumps out of a window because of the depression. Because that's what happens at the end of the movie. He jumps out of a window. Seriously, he's the only jerk smart enough to say, "Oh no," picks up some random hoodlum, some random ragamuffin,
Ragamuffin.
shit child, steals the kid from their parents. So he can say, "Oh, this is my child. I'm the only person they've got."
Yeah.
He probably
That was a real dick move.
he probably pokes it in the eye or something, so it starts crying. He goes, "Oh, look, the kid's crying." Just stabs it, puts a thumb through its eyeball, and it's just like, "Oh, the kid's crying. I'm all it's got."
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, "Yeah, on your way, Gov," and then
Yeah.
gets him in the rowboat, and then they're all sweet. He's the only person smart enough to do that shit.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
smartest person in the whole movie, Billy Zane.
Shout out to Billy Zane.
Shout out to
Oh,
Billy
I'd love to
Zane.
have him on the podcast.
Oh, dude. Hey, if anyone listening knows Billy Zane, can you please
Oh,
email
yes.
us?
Yeah.
I'll put an email in the link in the
Yeah.
fucking description.
I know Billy Zane. I can give.
Oh, I'm sorry, James knows
Oh,
Billy
sorry,
Zane.
James McAvoy.
I keep forgetting we have
He's
James
part
McAvoy.
he's part of fraternity,
Oh, gotcha.
like me.
It's really him. He's really him.
Yeah.
That guy you're hearing with the demon laugh is James McAvoy.
Yeah. He's just in character now. He's doing the remake of Fool's Gold with Matthew McConaughey. That's why he sounds like that.
Oh my goodness. Oh God.
All right,
sorry.
all right.
Oh, Matthew, where did you get?
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
oh,
it's James.
oh,
It's still
oh,
James,
it's
ladies and
James.
gentlemen.
Okay.
James is just a
Still
master
James.
of impressions. Have you seen Split? He's incredible.
See it, I live it.
Oh boy, I'm sorry. Continue, please.
So Titanic, terrible film.
Yeah.
Terrible choice as a story. Tell us more about the film itself. Do you think technically it was sound?
Oh
Come
no,
on.
absolutely. Like when the
Technically
what's
it
it
was
called?
great.
When the
James
ship is
Cameron.
breaking in half, and the dude that looks like the every single generic pizza box you get with the chef, the Mamma Mia chef. How that dude just sculls a bottle of liquor and throws himself into the blades. You know when the ship's breaking and he jumps? Yeah, that boy. He was great.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Right? He should have carried them. He should have won an Oscar for that.
Yeah.
Right? But seriously, everyone else apart from Billy Zane and Papa John. Are fucking...
Papa John.
Well, no, I don't know his name.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
yeah.
It's
and all-
Papi John, bro.
Oh,
Papi John.
Yeah.
No, Papi.
And yeah, like I don't give a shit about all the street rats drowning at the bottom of the ship. They didn't make any of them likable.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't like any of
Right,
it.
except for Leo and Kate, of course. But yeah.
Well, I'm a pretty hard sell on how likable they are.
Yeah.
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 But come on, like you're meant to feel empathy for this. Oh no, we're gonna drown. And I was like, well, fuck yeah, you're gonna drown. Who cares? They shut the. Oh no, we're gonna drown. We're people too. Well, no, you're not. We're people. Fuck off, you're people. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
What
Hey,
what makes you people?
shout out to
James Cameron.
Shout out to the lower class.
Lower class.
What? That's what they were called.
Yeah.
I'm Irish. I can make fun of that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, exactly.
Irish Danny DeVito.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
Irish Danny.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious. So I guess what you're saying is you don't like Titanic.
I guess you could say I'm not a fan.
No.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Putting it lightly, I'm not a fan.
yeah.
And
I mean-
if there's a sequel coming out, I'm sure you'll be watching in the cinemas.
I
no?
bet it was
Oh,
toted.
absolutely.
Like, oh, what if we like get Kate Winslet, but she's now like 30s and 40s, and she gets on another boat. She's like, well, what are the chances of this happening twice?
Honestly, I say this with the most respect and
Yeah.
the most love and the most compassion. If I'm ever on any mode of transport with Kate Winslet after that movie, I'm gonna club her in the head with a shoe.
So that no bad things happen.
No.
Exactly.
I mean,
yeah.
what
Like,
you want to
she
do is
used the
take out
credit.
insurance.
Well, look, I can think
claims,
about it
but-
like this: you're on the train, right? Normal, like say metro train, not even a V line, but like a
Yeah.
like a regular metro train, just going from like 20-minute sort of trip. Kind of.
Yeah.
You look over and you see like Kate Winslet's there. What are you gonna like? Seriously, what you're gonna Titanic us this time around on a train?
I'll be honest, if I
Holy
saw
shit.
How
Kate,
fucking more disgusting is that gonna be?
Holy
if I saw
shit.
Kate Winslet on the train, I'd jerk off in the corner. I wouldn't break eye contact the whole time.
Well, after the fact.
Yeah,
Blind her with your cum blast.
Well,
James. James, please.
does Jennifer Lawrence know?
James, please. Oh, goodness gracious me.
So yeah, look. Apart from that, I mean, well, look. To be fair, joking off, Kevin. Good point. I mean, you got to do something while you're just lumbering towards her.
Yeah.
On the other side of the
Lumbering.
train. Yeah.
Lumbering towards her.
Yeah, you're just lumbering
Yeah, okay.
towards her.
How you doing, Toots? I mean, well, that's like up there in like the worst things you could possibly say to Kate Winslet on a train. How you doing, Toots? Like, fuck.
You know, the other thing, by that standards, technically, then Leo fits the same bill because it was because of those two kissing that the captain and the people who look for the icebergs got fucking distracted in the film.
But again,
Right.
is this what actually happened, or was this just some pipe dream from fucking old as shit Rose?
Exactly.
Mm.
For all we know, she could have been just coked out of her mind.
Shout out to Coke.
Yeah.
The fresh make how it's meant to us, but whatever. I don't know, man. So
She has
So
dust
for all we-
in her
for-
brains
so
and
for-
pussy. Who
exactly.
knows?
So, and we're talking about when she's still got icicles in her pussy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, shout out to Kate Winslet.
Shout out to Kate Winslet's pussy.
Shout out to Kate Blanchett. so say for example, for all we know, she could have just been coked out of her skull, right? Like just off her nut, right? Just going around, just like throwing rocks at people, just smashing the shit out of all the technical equipment. And the way she's telling the story, like think about it, if someone calls you out on it, you're the only surviving person, like, oh, what happened? And you're like, oh shit, I was just some toilet cleaner. I got to talk myself up.
Yeah.
Because seriously, like how are we supposed to tell that? Oh, this big love story, that's what actually happened, or she was just like, oh, the ship's gone down. I'm gonna find the rich people and steal their shit and take it, and then, oh yeah, I've got it. I was the last surviving member. Yeah, that was totally me. Come on, it's full of shit. There's so many holes in this thing. Come
No,
on.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Swiss cheese, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's not just the holes in the Titanic, but it's her brain too.
Yeah, and
I
pussy
get you.
apparently.
It wasn't the iceberg, but the ice that.
So
hit her
Kevin,
brain.
can we just mark James Cameron, Kate Winslet,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
or hyphen Kate Blanchett,
Yeah.
and Audi on our international beef list?
Yeah, shout out to all 4 of those entities. We got beef with you.
Yep.
Send me an email.
Although James Cameron, I'll still be happy to work with you. regardless of the beef.
Oh, of course,
Because I'm James McAvoy.
McAvoy.
You know, yeah.
Can I just say, James McAvoy his opinions do not reflect the opinions of the GobCast.
Yeah.
Our opinions are our own. So James McAvoy, you can say whatever the fuck you want, and it won't look bad on us.
Yeah, James McAvoy is just
We
like
can do that ourselves.
I love that.
James McAvoy is a pacifist in this conversation.
Thank you for referring to yourself in the third person.
As a third person.
As a third person.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's like meta upon meta.
Yeah. It's meta inside meta.
Yeah, meta
That's how
inside
deep we
meta.
go in episode 2, you know?
Yeah. Too deep, 5 me.
Too deep.
Talking about deep, Kevin, please enlighten us on the Area 51.
Area 51.
Because Titanic's trash and we're not talking about that bullshit no more.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about Titanic.
Yep.
Area 51, man. I mean, what is there to say? There's an area.
Wow.
There's an area in the
Apparently,
United States.
51 out of a consecutive 50.
Is it an area that I could finally be peace with Michael Fassbender?
We can talk about Fassbender in a second, man. But what I want to talk about, what I think is important, what people want to know, is about aliens.
So
Shit,
the
yeah.
good aliens and bad aliens?
No, listen, man. Let me talk to you about Roswell for a second. Okay? Do you guys know about Roswell?
No idea.
Do you really know about Roswell?
No idea.
Maybe.
Please enlighten us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls.
Boys and ghouls. Roswell, New Mexico in 1950.
What was that?
1950. Something crashed in Roswell, New Mexico
Wow.
in 1950, and straight away,
The crater.
U.S. military is on it because something crashed. No, we've got to fucking sort this shit out. Yeah. So they run over to it, and they make contact. First contact with this thing. Okay. Next day in the papers, back in the day we didn't have Twitter.
No,
There's
right, yeah.
newspapers. It's
I
like
just
a
say, I
piece
think
of paper with words on it.
Can I say, Kevin, I think it's fucked up that like straight away this thing crashes to Earth. Straight away,
Yeah.
the U.S. military are making contact with it.
Yeah.
I'm matched with some sewer mutant on Tinder. I try and make contact. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Continue. Shout out to the Ninja Turtles.
Sewer mutant.
Sewer mutants.
Next day in the papers, there's a report saying the U.S. military has found a wreckage of a crashed ship. We don't know what this is. It is an unidentified flying object, UFO,
Ooh.
if you will.
Below the case wide open.
Yeah, man. And they were like, look, something crashed. We don't know what it is. We've recovered a few bodies from the wreckage. Bodies. Okay?
Wow.
Everyone's
Whose
like,
bodies? What bodies?
Well, James McAvoy, I'm coming.
Oh.
Just please be patient as I arrive at the point.
Yes, James
Okay.
McAvoy. Kevin is coming. Just relax.
So, we read the newspapers the next morning. We being, we're all citizens of New Mexico for the purposes of this.
Oh,
demonstration.
okay,
Yeah.
yep.
You open the newspapers. Your wife comes in
Yeah.
with your children. Hello,
Yep.
Timmy. Get
Where's
ready.
the newspaper essay?
It's- So James
Read
McAvoy.
it into his paper.
Okay, James. New Mexico is in America, guys. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
My bad.
Okay. Also, it's the 50s, so like
Scotland does not have
gangbangers
maps.
don't exist yet.
Scotland does not have maps. I apologize.
Oh man. So we're in New Mexico, okay? And sorry, you're sitting there and your wife comes in, and you got your little kids come in, okay? And it's little Timmy, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, I'm gonna go to school," and you're like, "Well, Timmy, don't worry, there's a sandwich right there for you." And my lovely wife Doris is here as well, and she's making breakfast, and she makes me my coffee, and she gives it to me. And I open the daily paper to see, what's the news? What's going on? And I take a sip of my coffee and I spit it out all over the paper because I read
Right in Timmy's fucking face.
Timmy's eyes, blinding him
You
forever.
scold this boy.
Blinding him forever because I have just read that we have found fucking aliens where I live, of all places, New Mexico, which is not.
By the way, shout out to Daredevil for blinding the eyes.
Shout out to tangents that make no sense.
James McAvoy, you are something else.
It's something else, James McAvoy. They basically announced that we found aliens.
Wow.
We had found some bodies from the crashed wreckage. Now, the next day, the United States military puts out a thing where they say, no, we didn't find any aliens. It was a crashed weather balloon,
What the fuck?
and there weren't any bodies.
That is such horseshit.
Okay, and that is what they told the people. Now,
Denying it, as always.
exactly, James McAvoy. Now James McAvoy.
Can I just interject here
Sure.
real quick? So if you guys noticed my absence, it was because I received a call and I didn't recognize the number and I wanted to double check what it was. Shout out to me missing my fucking haircut at 7:30.
I'm so happy you missed it. Oh, that's
You don't
great.
need a haircut, bro.
Oh, I just gotta maintain this bullshit. These scraggly head pubes aren't gonna fix themselves, mate.
Everyone in this room is balding except me.
Yeah.
I jinxed it.
I agree.
I jinxed it.
What do you mean, bald?
I'm sorry, James McAvoy, full head of hair.
What?
No,
What?
No.
Since when?
I've been losing my hair since Last King of Scotland. When I shot that film.
Why do you think he was cast as Professor Xavier?
Dude.
Exactly.
Ooh.
This is
Did,
a mock.
did the Roswell aliens know?
Yeah, anyway, fucking aliens, right?
Yeah.
So they covered this shit up, okay? And they lied to the people,
Right.
which you shouldn't do.
No,
Gentlemen, I'm sure you agree.
that's
Right.
not.
Don't lie to the people. Shout out to Donald Trump.
Ooh.
Check out these gains. Call me Donald Trump.
Oh shit.
I should go fuck myself. It was awful. Anyway, ever since then, it all got taken to Area 51, right? And we don't know what the fuck happened. Now there've been interviews by people. Look it up, okay? Look this shit up, Nick. Don't look at me like that. There are people who have worked there, and they're dismissed as just crazy people. You know, they're dismissed by society. Like, I don't listen to that old fucking man in the shack. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Fucking worked at Area 51, and he swears that they recovered a flying saucer and they reverse engineered the fucking thing. Hence the great, technology boost from 1950 to present. Just fucking look it up. I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy. I believe
Where are our
him.
flying saucers?
Huh?
Where are our flying saucers?
Well,
why are our aircraft dick shaped and not plate shaped? Okay.
Now, Nick, I don't claim to be an astroaeronautical physicist.
Then why the fuck do we have you on the GobCast, Kevin? then what the shit are you doing here? Wasting my time.
Yeah, 'cause
wasting James McAvoy.
I'm sorry, James. We brought James
Because I'm a
McAvoy.
seasoned actor here. That's my job.
And James, I'm so sorry I wasted your time with my alien bullshit. I want to apologize.
It's okay.
You don't, no, it's okay. No,
Shout out to haircuts.
Oh, this is an even bigger mess than I thought it would be. Oh, I love it.
Oh, dang.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick's fault. He didn't bring the chili sauce, man.
Oh, fight me,
Oh.
bitch.
We've lost the structure, James McAvoy. We wanted,
Chili sauce would have been a whole different game.
yeah, we wanted you to sample the chili
It would
sauce,
literally have been James McAvoy and Kevin holding me down, pouring chili sauce in my eyes.
Oh my god.
which would be fun to listen to for all the listeners out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't even fight them. I think it'd be great radio.
Wow. that escalated quickly in the past. Or in the hypothetical future.
Oh, what the fuck was I talking about? Flying saucers, right? So,
Flying saucers. Milk saucers.
Yep.
yeah. Look, man, I don't have the answers. All right, all I can say is just look it up.
Yeah.
Think for yourself. Look it up. Go on YouTube, and you find like a 2-hour video on the shit, and all the comments like, "Hey, this is bullshit, bro." You know what? They're not scientists either. You know?
Right.
Believe what you want.
Yeah.
Look at the
yeah.
facts.
But the thing is, like, what is to say that the first people who reported the incident weren't high on peyotes?
That's a good point.
I mean, that's a.
Because they're so close to the desert. They just took cactus and like, fuck this shit.
That's what people do.
I mean, look, you know what? That's
it's the 50s. Come on.
That's an incredible argument that you make.
It's what Michael Fassbender and I always do.
Peyote.
Yeah.
You do it in the desert with Michael Fassbender.
I knew it.
Because Fassbender is hardcore, you know, like he's always.
He seems hardcore. What is it like to work with him, by the way?
What's it like going on a fast bender?
Yeah, this will be the last episode of the GobCast.
Oh,
that's a timer,
we're
ladies and
technically
gentlemen.
halfway through the second last episode.
Shout out to timers on phones.
Shout out to drinking.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mcavoy, you were explaining what it's like to work with Fassbender.
Right, so you know, because he's dedicated.
I'm sorry, you probably call him Michael.
Why does he make you call him Mr. Fuck?
I know, I call him Fassy.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Yeah, like it's my own nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, he calls me Mecca.
Does he enjoy that? Does he enjoy that nickname?
He's not too fond of it,
No.
which is why he suggested that I shove the cactus up my ass. But I was like, no. You know what? Let's dehydrate and make peyote.
Let's have the peyote first.
Exactly.
He's
And
very
then-
kinky Michael
Yeah,
Fassbender.
yeah.
But anyway,
So it's been intense. You know, we've been working on the last sequel of X-Men.
of course, X-Men Apocalypse, dog shit film. Let me just tell you that to your
Yeah.
face.
I agree with you. We never.
So what was it
agreed
like
this
working
way.
with Ivan Ooze? Fucking Apocalypse, my left nut.
Ivan Ooze?
Yeah. He was the dick that played Apocalypse.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
No, that's Oscar Isaac.
No, that was absolutely Ivan Ooze.
Who the fuck is Ivan Ooze?
Why don't you explain to the people and to James McAvoy who Ivan Ooze is?
Who the fuck is Ivan Ooze? Please.
So a long time ago,
Mm.
in a town far away, I believe it was Sydney,
Mm.
Sydney, Australia. There were about six teenagers.
Right.
They all have their own preference on colours. You know, they're racially dynamic. It was a very inclusive group.
Mm.
They were charged with, you know, like bestowed great responsibility on them.
Mm.
You know,
To be racially diversified?
well, they were that beforehand. It just helps.
Oh,
They already ticked that box. It was a
Yeah,
prerequisite.
Got it.
So then, after the further underwriting was completed, these teens with attitude, and that was the emphasis thing there. They all have attitude.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, it was a very PG, very G rated kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
They all turned into like what Paleozoic era animals in coloured costumes, and they fought space aliens.
Mm.
Probably
Holy shit.
may or may not be from Roswell.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Would you have called them Rangers?
Look, I wouldn't not call them Rangers, with some degree of power.
You would say that they were powerful Rangers.
Yeah, let's go with powerful Rangers.
Wow.
Right. So these powerful Rangers.
That is a great name. We
Right.
should trademark that.
Yeah.
We should
Shorten down the power with power.
Yeah. So these
Power
energy
Rangers.
boys, which I like.
Energy boys.
So
Energy
these energy boys and girls and other.
Yeah.
Because it's 2017.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
Because transgenders are not a burden.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maddie Matheson. I saw your shit on Instagram.
Hey, shout out to Maddie Matheson. We should
I
get him
love
on.
that boy.
Oh, he's the best.
Teach me to cook.
Anyway.
Anywho, so these energy people.
Yeah, boys and girls.
Yeah, boys and girls.
Had sex and I when Ooze was born.
What?
Mr. McAvoy, please.
This is a house of learned.
Please. This
Okay.
is a house of professional gentlemen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Ivan Ooze.
We're recording this in a mansion right now. Mr. McAvoy's mansion. He's been gracious enough to let us use.
Yes, too kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these powerful rangers, you know, they're chilling around Sydney, fighting aliens and shit, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of hicks trying to build some new buildings and the like. They stumble across an ancient kind of like, I want to say it's an Indian burial ground, but it's a Native American burial ground found in the heart of Sydney. CBD. And you know they bust this thing open, they just crack it open like an egg, like those Cadbury cream eggs.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of delicious delicious candy slime, it's purple slime, purple ooze, and then became Ivan Ooze
Ivan Ooze.
of the ooze.
So instead of caramel, it came out with Ivan Ooze.
You're absolutely right, Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph just came in for a second. He just
Oh
left.
yeah.
James, did you see Dolph when he came in?
He just ducked his head in for a minute.
It's just I've been too immersed in the movie Split. I'm still getting it. It's hard. For me to get
right,
over
of
it.
course.
You
Split.
heard it here first, folks. Dolph Lundgren is actually just an alternate personality of James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, who is in this room right now.
Exactly. And so Ivan Ooze then did his thing,
Yeah.
created a bunch of giant fucking robot ants and shit, and then decided to chill out in Egypt, maybe without some Transformers.
Wow.
Don't get me started with that shit. Don't get me started. Have I talked to you about Transformers 5?
How's that hernia going, Kev?
Oh, fuck.
And motherfucker
Became Cade in my Jaeger.
Became Apocalypse.
Wow.
What we're trying to say, Mr. McAvoy, is that movie sucked fucking donkey dick, and I want an explanation as to why.
We hate you and we hate it.
Honestly, I did the movie because of the money that was given to us.
Okay.
It was purely because of the money. Michael Fassbender and I never agreed on the script in the first place.
I think he split again.
Oh.
I think Mr. McAvoy split again.
There are many voices inside my head right now.
Okay. Who is this?
But honestly, I think
Okay, he's back.
I was hoping a lot from the movie because I looked up to Apocalypse as a child.
Wait. Were you the child or was Apocalypse the child?
It's hard to make a distinction, man.
In the dark, it's all the same.
You're so smart, James McAvoy.
Oh, I want to be like you. Oh, okay, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Roswell,
on a serious,
alien.
I'm so fucking sorry for this episode. Oh,
But
James McAvoy had too many sodas, man.
yeah. But the thing is, I was really looking forward to this film, and I agree with you. Like when the script came to us, on paper was great.
Yeah.
But then Fox fucked it up for us.
Yeah. What did they do?
Fox told us that we had to get Apocalypse like completely biblical.
Yeah.
If it is even possible.
Mm.
And then we had to.
It's
make
incredulous to even assume. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like sacrilegious because he's Egyptian.
And you take your art very seriously, Mr. McAvoy.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And my Christianity as well.
Yeah. Stout Christian, are you?
Shout out to Pontius Pilate.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no. The reason why I think everyone should look forward to the next X-Men is because Jennifer Lawrence is not going to be naked anymore.
Oh, fantastic.
Finally, you can see her fine acting.
Yeah.
As a blue Smurf.
Oh, that's a little hurtful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a little hurtful, Mr. McAvoy. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it seems to me that you don't particularly like Jennifer Lawrence. Is that true?
You know, the thing is though, she's great. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Not as great as Michael or myself, of course.
Of course, naturally.
I mean, we're
Shout out to Fassi.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to Fassi because
Please invite him to the next
Oh,
GobCast, please.
But definitely will.
Yeah.
Definitely will. In fact, he will whip his penis out and knock everyone out
Wow,
unconscious.
that's fantastic.
Because that's how for him, that's how.
Is that like an Irish thing? Or?
And here I thought he was just, can control the magnetic forces. Like magnetic.
Yes, and that's where the magnetism.
It stems from his penis.
Exactly.
So did it first, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's
Shout out
the
to
origin.
Fassbender's mutated penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like natural but mutated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure it's gorgeous to look at.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the instrument he uses to knight someone. On each shoulder.
Why is he knighting people? That's a weird thing for an actor to do.
Yeah.
We needed to do it with Jennifer Lawrence.
When you
I
say
don't think
needed,
he put-
when you say needed, you're saying that you needed
Was she
for
aware-
Fassbender to
was
put
she
his dick
conscious
on
at the
each
time?
of his shoulders.
Yes.
Okay.
Precisely.
Because it's like a ritual acting. We wouldn't understand.
Makes sense.
It's just part. It's part of the ritual to become part of the X-Men cast.
Oh,
Okay.
and you have to be knighted by Michael Fassbender's giant dick.
Exactly.
Okay.
Off you're not on peyote in the middle of Roswell in the 1950s. Done.
No, 1950s.
No.
1950s.
1950s. Yeah. Okay, cool. Done.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that's incredible. Can I just say thank you for that insight into
Happy to have you.
acting? Yeah.
But
Thank you, by the way, for inviting us to your mansion also to do this.
Yeah, the place is great.
Yeah.
I'm all about hospitality.
I love your robot butler.
Cogman.
Cogman, yeah.
Cogman.
Cogman's fucking great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the reason for the beef with Jennifer Lawrence was because, you know, Fassi and I, as you know,
Oh, wow.
are products of London School of Drama.
Of course.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
And Jennifer Lawrence just does drama in real life. Like, she's never been to a drama school, so there's nothing organized about her. She's just off the hooks on every.
You don't respect her as a professional.
So you're saying
Yeah.
she is drama, whereas you guys study drama, learn drama.
Exactly.
We're molded by the drama.
So we're more about the expression, whereas she's more about the projection.
Sure.
Got you.
That's
Okay.
very deep, James McAvoy. Very deep. We're
Yeah.
deep in your mansion right now.
Exactly,
yeah.
and that's exactly what Fassi does with me too. Goes deep
Yeah.
Goes deep.
with peyotes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not-
not his gorgeous magnet cock.
No. I was trying to avoid that, but if you say that,
From the sounds of it, nobody could avoid it.
if you say so, Nicholas.
All I wanted to do was talk about Titanic, and we're talking about Fassbender's
Fuck
dick.
Titanic.
Fuck Titanic.
with Fassbender's dick.
Oh, please. That would rise it out of the ocean. Giant
You should have just asked him.
magneto penis.
No,
Don't have to
would-
worry about some 80-year-old
No.
crackhead throwing jewelry off the side of a boat.
that would be the lighthouse
that
for
noise.
that ship.
Oh, so it projects light as well.
It enlightens people. That's why we knight people
Yeah.
on the shoulders.
I just want to say, Mr. McAvoy, everything you've said regarding your rituals, regarding Michael Fassbender, makes complete sense to me,
I believe it.
and I
Right.
can't see how it's weird in any way, shape, or form. I can't see how that would possibly make anyone uncomfortable.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Especially our treasured listeners.
Our treasured gobcasters.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, we were going to call you our GobCast goblins, but that'd be too easy. You're our GobCasters.
all fucking 19 of you.
You
Yeah.
pieces of
Love you,
shit.
boo.
Yep. Love you. You're all right.
But now that we're talking about rituals, I was thinking, Kevin, what would you think about all the rituals that the Skulls and Bones do?
Ooh, jerking off in a coffin.
Skull and bones, man. That's another thing.
That's probably my favorite.
I think that's connected to Roswell in some ways, no?
It is, well,
Because well, Kennedy was a product of
Scott-
Yale.
he was.
Yeah, Kennedy.
I don't know.
product
Was
of
he?
Yale.
I don't know.
Yale or Howard? No, Yale. Definitely Yale.
Yeah.
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 So
Shit. We need a whole new episode to talk
So was
about
Mr.
conspiracies.
Burns.
Really?
Yeah, he was a part of Yale.
yeah.
Fictional character Mr. Burns went to Yale.
Or was he?
Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know where we are. I don't know who I am.
But let's
Yeah, you're sounding like old shit Rose.
Oh, no, you're right, I am.
No. But let's look at it. Let's take the three of us and then time travel back to the Roswell era, right? The 19th for a little while.
Okay.
Imagine
1952.
1950. The boo boo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to use the Latin.
Imagine. So imagine you're Kevin. You're the FBI.
Okay.
Who is the respondent? Like who's taking care of that
Sure.
scene?
Mm.
Nicholas Gardiner.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll go with that. Use my full name, that's cool.
Yes. Nicholas James Gardiner.
We got a lot of debts, sure, and don't tell people about
See, I was waiting for that to push you to get my name out, but
No, that was just one of your characters, James McAvoy.
No.
What?
Sharoon is one of my characters. You
Yeah, that's
remember
what I'm saying.
Split.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you're the president. You're JFK.
I'm the oh,
you're
fuck yeah.
fucking JFK at that
Oh.
time.
Ooh.
JFK was at the same time. Let's
Give me
face it.
that Jackie Kennedy ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's
Exactly.
do it.
And then
Shout
I
out to
was
Jackie Kennedy ass.
I was one of the Mexicans who was, what's up, ese?
It's not in Mexico.
No. You're one of those new Mexicans.
New Mexicans.
I'm still getting my head over being.
Talk like that.
I'm still getting my head over being JFK. Like, give me that Marilyn Monroe pussy.
So let's.
I'm sure that's what he sounded like.
And because I'm split, I could even play Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, please don't.
Let's. Oh please, John. Please.
Ciao, dear. Ciao, dear.
Ciao.
Pussy.
Anyway, I'm
continue,
sorry.
continue.
Roswell.
Yeah. So I see the scene, I react to it, I go crazy, like, oh, AFA, what is going on here, Holmes?
Yeah.
And then I report to FBI, you, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. I'm the FBI.
Detective Kevin.
Yes.
That's
me.
Yeah, what would you do? Would you even respond and let the president, John Kennedy Gardner, know about this?
About the aliens?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Or would you keep it yourself?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a pretty important. I feel like I should probably tell him, right? He's the president.
Or alternatively, like I would go batshit crazy because I was a fucking first respondent, and I go, and you come to me, he's like, okay, you know what? Let me.
You know what'd be funny? You come to me and you tell me the information. I say,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to tell President Kennedy.
Holy shit.
We're going to give you a Medal of Honor.
Holy
for your
shit.
But the next day, I act like I don't even know you. We just found a weather balloon. You're crazy.
And you know what JFK says throughout this whole thing?
What?
Nothing, because he's too busy getting so much ass from Marilyn Monroe and Jackie Kennedy. Aliens? Fuck your aliens. Like, motherfucker turns into Richard Nixon. Like, just going bananas, you know?
I'm just saying that when the president does it, it's not illegal.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Mr. Mcavoy.
Oh.
Man of 1,000 voices. Man of
The president can go down on Marilyn Monroe.
I am not a butt.
Do fellatio on her asshole.
Who told you?
Who told you?
Mr. McAvoy, I had no idea you'd be so crass and vulgar.
Such range.
Oh, such range. What a thespian this man is.
I've done a lot of research on
Wait, but he's a dude. How can he? Oh no,
No, thespian.
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 It means he likes other women or acts like it.
Yeah. Pretending to be a woman and then pretending to like women.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the movie Filth.
Yeah. Shout out to Filth. Shout out to James McAvoy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? He's here, so hi, James McAvoy.
Hi, James McAvoy. Shout out to you, James McAvoy.
Yeah, James McAvoy.
Hello, Scotland.
Oh, he's back.
I like to think that's how how you yourself, James McAvoy, like that. Anytime you go back home,
Hello, Scotland.
you take as soon as ladies and gentlemen, we have landed in Glasgow. Hello, Scotland.
So we're still in the fucking plane, asshole.
Yeah. Yes, James McAvoy, we're back home in Scotland.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You may take our freedom, but you cannot take our accents.
Do you say that as well when you land?
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, ladies and gentlemen.
Dolph Lundgren.
Joining James
Dolph
McAvoy.
Lundgren McAvoy has joined us in the studio. Oh my goodness gracious me. Ladies and gentlemen, with that last parting note, I'm going to put a stop to this fucking madness.
Yeah, this dumpster fire.
We're going to
is
wrap
just
this up.
smoldering right
I want to say sorry for the fucking mess you just listened to.
I'm
And
not
also
sorry.
you're welcome for free entertainment.
I'm not
Courtesy
sorry.
of James McAvoy.
If you're listening to this, you're just like one of us, and you deserve this.
You deserve it. Next week. When I say next week, I mean whenever the fuck we do the next one.
You know,
Next episode.
Next episode, where Nick is going to bring some chili sauce.
here's hoping.
We're gonna come through on that promise.
And we're going to talk about the banking family.
We're going to talk about the Rothschild Banking Corporate families.
Yep.
We're going to talk all sorts of wild shit.
Yep.
James McAvoy might even join us.
Ooh,
We don't
who
even
knows?
know. But we're gonna drink some chili out of a shot glass.
I could ask Fassi to come.
Maybe
Yeah,
ask
that could be
Fassbender.
great.
I mean, it's incredible that we've done 2 episodes of this show. We've already got A-list celebrities.
We've got a beef with Kate Blanchett / Winslet,
Yeah.
Audi.
Yep.
Who else? James Cameron.
James
I think
Cameron.
there was something else mixed up in there.
We got beef with Pontius Pilate.
Oh,
Oh, no, did we shout him out?
we
gave him
gave him a
props.
shout out.
We gave him props.
Essentially, any Oscar nominations.
Oh wow. James. Oh, James. That's it. Fuck sticks. All right, it's over now. Get
All
ready
right.
for episode 3.
All right, bad boys and bougie bitches.
Take it easy now.
Stay Gucci.
Stay good.
Say bye-bye to James McAvoy.
Bye, Scotland.